Hello and welcome to That Shooting Show. My name is Steve Anderson. I am your humble host. It is my pleasure to be here with you today on That Shooting Show, where we mention the unmentionable every single day. We are here to help you get better, quicker, faster, and reach your potential in less time than you think it's going to take. We are a proud service of Walther Firearms, reminding you once again that the Walther PDP and all of the other competition-appropriate Walther pistols do come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't like that thing for any reason, it might be your fault, but it won't be your problem because Walther's going to take that sucker back and give you a full refund. Also, want to let you know that Targets USA manufactures the finest steel targetry on the planet. CR Speed, as you know, makes the finest gun handling gear you can wrap around your waist or anywhere else. The AMG-Lab.com Commanderson timer continues to turn heads and blow minds by putting the time into the tablet. Hunter's HG Gold is the only eyewear that I wear when I wear eyewear, and I am not aware of any better eyewear. It just makes everything great all the time. And of course, OutdoorDynamics.net remanufactures the finest competition ammunition you can dispense from a Freedom Seed dispenser. And Shooting Sports Innovations is a lot to type because there's a lot to see. And there's also a lot to see at AndersonShooting.com when you click on upcoming classes. We just added an event in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is IDPA specific. And let you know that I am a master of getting IDPA shooters where they want to go quicker, right? Two of my current clients were in the top 5 at the IDPA World Shoot, mental management graduates. And IDPA is a very simple place to apply mental management. And on the range, I'm going to show you how to shoot zeros without consciously slowing down. That's what I can bring to IDPA. I've literally shot one IDPA match in my entire life. I am not an accomplished IDPA shooter, so don't bother going to look that up. However, the same things we use in USPSA to shoot alphas quicker work just as well in IDPA, and the additional accuracy requirement turbocharges a singular point of focus. So if you're anywhere near Knoxville, Tennessee, come see me at the Windrock Shooting Range. That is the first weekend in August, I believe. We also have just added 2, maybe 3 online opportunities for mental management also in August. I don't have the dates in front of me, but you can always go to AndersonShooting.com, upcoming classes, and find those dates. We want to see you there in those classes. And we also have a lot of other things going on, including more classes with Joey Sauerland. We just got back from Virginia doing that amazing class with Joey. We had some M's, we had some G's, we had some C's, we had some B's. We can help everybody get to their potential very, very quickly. I'm not aware of another shooter that has come as far and as fast as Joey Sauerland has. He came to see me when he was new. We showed him all the secrets, and he used those to start winning area championships within about 18 months from being a pretty new shooter. And he has developed some training ideas that he wants to show you. We're going to do the full mental management class, and combining those two things will get you to your potential quicker than whatever it is you're doing right now. I promise. Look at Jay Beal, look at Gaz Evans, look at Joey Sauerland, look at Jay Slater, one of the world's greatest revolver shooters. These are people that are using mental management to reach their full potential. We want you to experience all of that, as well as the glorious goodness that we can impart to you on the range. All right, so not real sure what the clickbait for this is going to be. Well, actually, you know before I do. Like, listening to this program, you literally know what the clickbait is before I've even decided what it is, but something to do with secrets. Because when I first started shooting, this was the infancy of the internet and the infancy of the Brian Enos shooting forums. It was a place where serious people had respectful conversations, and Brian Enos would come check on us every once in a while to make sure we were getting it right and make sure we were polite and respectful. It is not quite the treasure trove of information that it used to be, because it's now got the predictable amount of FUDs in there. And the problem with a giant forum like that, as large as it's become, is unless you know who you're talking to, you don't know who you're talking to. And if you don't know good advice from bad advice, you don't know good advice from bad advice. And particularly if you're new, that's very dangerous. Not knowing what you don't know and not knowing good advice from bad advice is very, very dangerous. But back then, we were consumed with the secret, right? You could literally go to Brian Enos forums right now and find me and Flex Money, my shooting buddy Kyle Ferris. You could literally go right now and look up old posts where we're discussing the secret. What is the secret? Brian Enos sort of had it cloaked in Zen, which we didn't understand, and we didn't want a Zen degree to shoot better, and we just, again, we didn't know what we didn't know. But things like mindfulness, things like purpose, things like being present in the moment, that's all true, right? But I've got these secrets distilled down into a way that's a little bit easier to understand. So let's go through these. They're kind of in random order. I woke up today in a very hyper-aware state, and I got involved on a Facebook forum about shot calling. And you can go find it, Deliberate Group Volume 2, if you can find it. I got into a very interesting discussion about shot calling, and somebody posted that they didn't see the benefit, didn't understand it, and boy, I typed as furiously as my fingers would allow. Only on the throne of contemplation can I type that fast. Right? Typing, contemplating, flush, typing, contemplating. That's what the throne of contemplation is for. All right, so let's start here. Your mind controls your body, and you must learn to control your mind. This is the real power of mental management. Controlling what you are thinking about, learning what to think about before you shoot, while you shoot, and after you shoot. Learning to identify those things and then controlling those things is the key to keeping your conscious mind out of performance. Everybody says, oh, I get in my own head. Everybody says, oh, I do this, I do that. Oh, I got brain farts. Oh, as soon as the timer goes out, it's like that Men in Black thing. It just erases my stage plan. Well, these things are not necessary. Have a great day, buddy. We'll see you later. These are not necessary things. People talk about this like they can't do anything about it, like it's just inevitable. These are going to happen to me every single time. We're going to show you what to think about before you shoot, while you shoot, after you shoot. You're going to learn to control those things, and you're going to get great performance. I have had 2 clients in the last couple of days. I had a great phone call with my buddy Luca in Zimbabwe. And Luca just beat the local hot dog for the first couple of times. And he says to me, I can't do the accent, I wish I could. He says, yeah, man, it's really powerful, When I see, I'm getting my Lucas and my Guillermes mixed up with the accent. I'll just tell you in my own accent. I'll just do it in the Southern accent. Yeah, man, it is so cool when I see what I need to see. I'm as fast as I need to be, and I am absolutely crushing it. Seeing what we need to see is always going to be the right speed. And seeing what you need to see is faster than going fast. It doesn't feel fast the way going fast feels fast. But seeing what you need to see is faster than going fast. And I will prove it to you on the range anytime you would like me to. All right, number 2, you must learn to increase your subconscious limit of human function. This is what Dry Fine with Par Times is all about. Learning to increase your subconscious limit of function, which means when the visual conditions are appropriate, I have access to my limit of human function. And the only thing difficulty in targets does is meter out that subconscious limit of human function, right? I have a speed that I can do things at. The only reason I'm ever going to go slower than that speed is if the visual conditions make that necessary. Not because I'm choosing to slow down, not because I want to slow down, but because the visual conditions are requiring me to. And we're going to come back to that in a minute. But people ask me all the time, how do I get faster? How do I get faster? How do I get faster? It's very simple. Set up anything you want in which you want to get faster. It can be movement, can be transitions, can be virtually anything except splits, because that's always the smallest number in between events. Therefore, it's the least amount of time spent not shooting. Therefore, it's the last thing you want to go chasing because it carries the most risk for the least reward. But anything else that represents some period of time when you cannot be shooting, whatever that is, put a part time on that and just whittle it away at it. But it's got to be duplicable, right? For the same day at least. Ideally, we'd have things that are duplicable all the time, which reminds me, I have something so special coming. So special for you Anderson Insiders. I'm so excited about it. I'll probably tell you about it tomorrow. But I have something coming that is going to be so awesome and add so much value to the Anderson Insider program. You are not even going to believe how great it is. But we'll come back to that in a minute. Or tomorrow. Or whenever I get around to it. It'll be fine. So, you must constantly be increasing your subconscious limit of human function. Always, always, always. Reps is the only way to do that. Turns a party trick into something you can do all the time when the visual conditions are appropriate. Accuracy will vary during this process and can be observed but should not be evaluated. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. You're telling me to go out and practice sloppy shooting. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that in the process of increasing your subconscious limit of function, some sloppy shooting will occur. Well, I don't want that. Well, do you want to get faster? Yeah, I want to get faster, but I want to shoot alphas while I'm doing it. Doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. To do something quicker than you've ever done it before is going to feel different. You guys remember your first shot out of the holster in under a second. It felt different. But when that feeling becomes normal, you have access to it all the time. Anytime a 1 second first shot's appropriate, you have access to that sub-second first shot. But only if you know what it feels like, and only if that is become the normal way for you to draw and present the gun. In the beginning, it's going to feel scary. It might even feel unsafe. It's for sure going to feel different. But let's face it, a lot of great things feel a little weird the first time. And that's what you got to do. You got to take that weird feeling, you got to make it normal. When that new feeling is normal, then you can go back to evaluating accuracy. But trying to get faster and more accurate at the same time will doom you to frustration. It will damage your self-image, and it will prevent you from getting access to the very skills that you've worked so hard to acquire. You can believe me now, or you can believe me later. You can try to outsmart it, but you will do so at your peril. All right, this is number 3. What are the requirements of your sport? What does your sport require you to do? What is your sport testing on a regular basis, right? And what is your ability to execute those things at a high level without conscious thought? Okay, make a list. In my book, Get to Work, I made a list of what USPSA requires. It's pretty simple. IDPA, what does your sport require? What are the typical periods of movement? What are the best ways to get that done? What kinds of targets do we see? What do I need to be able to do at a normal match? And what is my ability to do those things without conscious thought? That is what training is for. Well, training's for getting better. Sure, and you will. But let's understand the real reason that we train, to make a higher level of skill available without conscious thought. Reps, 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 reps. Okay? You're not just getting better, you're getting automagically awesome. There you go, talking about subconscious skill again. Well, of course I am. Because the whole world knows it's how you shoot your best. I shoot my best when I'm not thinking and I don't care. Great. Everybody does. But until you can duplicate that, when you are thinking and you do care, you're not going to shoot your best. You're just not. But when you learn to get access to subconscious skill with a subconscious stage plan, a singular focus, which might be the next thing on the list, we'll see. I've already forgotten the order, but it doesn't matter. When you discover that and you discover how to duplicate it, you're going to get what Luka gets. You're going to get to beat the local hot dog. and you'll probably be surprised by your first win. My buddy Gene in Wisconsin just sent me today a GM classifier run on hijinks. And he said, singular focus on vision, felt slow, I get it now. Now, what those two guys have in common is they're really smart. Really smart. Complicated jobs. Very important jobs. High pressure jobs. So they expect things that are important to be complicated. They like that. The auto mechanics, the mechanics, man, they're brilliant in their simplicity. They don't want to make things any harder than they have to be. They want things to be easy. So they're a little bit more attracted to simplicity. But you gotta let some of these things be simple. What are the requirements of your sport? Make a list. And what is your ability to execute them at a high level without conscious thought? That will demonstrate your training plan. I remember when uprange movement, uprange movement became a thing. It was a thing in IPSC before it was a thing in USPSA. Back in my days of competition, we didn't hardly ever see it because it was considered to be unsafe. And then they decided, well, this is a thing that we're going to do, so let's learn to do it. So in that example, are you going to do the right hand out? Are you going to do the behind the head thing? Well, figure it out. You might need to do both of them. But ideally, you're going to have a Rolodex. You young people may need to Google Rolodex. Ideally, you'll have a Rolodex of skills from which you can just choose. Hey, I know how to do this. I know how to do that. This doesn't require conscious thought. That doesn't require conscious thought. That's what we need. Okay? Training is for being able to execute the requirements of your sport without conscious thought at a high enough level to achieve the goals that you have. That's what training is for. Oh, look, number 4, a training mindset versus a competition mindset. Boy, that was a better segue than a 2-wheeled scooter that doesn't require a third wheel. So, training. Your conscious mind trains the subconscious. So what happens during training is your conscious mind evaluates options, make decisions, and then repetition, once those options and decisions are settled, repetition of that skill, that thing, is moved to the subconscious. Okay? Maybe we know that, maybe we don't, maybe we understand it, maybe we don't. Okay? But what you don't know is happening while that's happening is your opinion of that process and those skills, individually and separately, will determine your access to them under pressure on demand. So if we have a poor opinion of our skills or the process of acquiring those skills, ironically, you're going to get less access to them. And then the conscious mind will wake up and have to relearn it. That's why when you think about your draw, you pull out a pretzel bunned ham sandwich covered in melted cheese sauce. It's like the first time I ever drew the gun. If you think about a fast reload, you throw the magazine across the berm. It's like I've never done it before. Well, your conscious mind hasn't done it in a very long time. And if you try to activate the conscious mind to execute that skill, it has to relearn on the clock under pressure. Not ideal. And we can fix that. So in competition, you got to give the conscious mind something else to do so it doesn't become interested in micromanaging these subconscious skills. Pretty simple. When you arrive at the stage, your conscious mind's job is to develop a stage plan. I want you to do that quickly. And the only thing you need to know about stage planning is you need to reduce the amount of time spent not shooting. I am not aware of another single principle that's 100%. Always rush the port, maybe not. Hang back and snipe, maybe not. Right? I'm reminded of the Karyoptic stage from the 2023 Nationals, in which they had 3 very large positions, and you started in the middle, and you could shoot the whole thing from the middle and the back, or you could use all 3 positions. And every C-class shooter that I saw during the pre-walk said, you got to be a fool to do that. Who would use all 3 positions? That's crazy. Well, only using the middle and the back produced some 35-yard shots. And I don't remember if there was partials on those shots or not. Or you could use all 3 positions and get considerably closer to those targets. Maybe under 10 yards. I don't remember exactly. Right? And when I was with the Super Squad, the very first thing I heard J.J. Racaza said, I am absolutely using all 3 positions. Max Michel, I am absolutely using all 3 positions. And I asked Max about it. I said, Max, how did you make that decision? He goes, I like to get up close where I can shoot a little quicker. I think it's worth the time. Okay, wonderful. I'm pretty sure Christian Seiler hung back, and I'm relatively certain that the difference between JJ and Christian, JJ used all three, Christian only used 2 and 3. I believe it was within 1 second. I'm almost certain it was within 1 second. The point I'm trying to make is your stage plan is nowhere near as important as your execution of that stage plan. Okay, so use your conscious mind, evaluate those options, make those decisions, do that quickly, do that as quickly as you can, and then get repetitions. Hang on. Screensaver. It probably kept recording. That way you got to watch me type in my password. Don't tell anybody my password. I hope you couldn't hear it. Okay, so where were we? Now, use the conscious mind to evaluate options, make decisions. Repetition will train the subconscious and memorize that stage plan, make it a subconscious stage plan. Your opinion of that plan and of that process is crucial to getting access to it. You don't got to believe me. Love the stage, love your plan, you shoot a lot better. Hate the stage, hate your plan, you don't shoot very well. So understand that and duplicate it. You don't have to love the plan, but you do have to love your ability to execute it. And if you can find a way to love the plan in some way, that'll help too. So, let's see, where are we? I got off on a little tangent there, didn't I? Competition mindset. Okay, so, here we go. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine. So you see that emotionless correction? It's not a problem. It's an opportunity for more brilliance. So, you're going to use your conscious mind to develop your stage plan, move it to subconscious. We already covered that, so we are ready to turn the page. Okay. Number 5, stages must be shot with a subconscious stage plan and a singular focus for peak performance. Must. If you don't have a subconscious stage plan, you're driving with a knee on your map. You're driving with the map on your knee. It's just as simple as that. You can drive with a map on your knee, but you can't read the map very well, and you can't drive very well. If you memorize the route, fold up the map, put it in the glove box, that's a subconscious stage plan. Now you can focus on driving by keeping your eyes on the road. Okay? Subconscious stage plan, singular focus that is visually related. That is the closest thing to the secret we were looking for that I can put in one bullet point. Here's the secret. A subconscious stage plan and a singular focus. That's the secret. Now, further caring for the self-image to get access to those skills, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay? Number 6, on a skill level, you must learn to call your shots. Outside of basic fundamentals, there is nothing more important than learning to call your shots. Absolutely nothing more important than learning to call your shots. Why? See if I have bullet points. I do have bullet points. They're in my mind. Number 1, it solves the speed versus accuracy equation forever. How fast should I be shooting? As fast as you can call your shots. It solves what to think about while you're shooting. What should I be thinking about while I'm calling my shots? You should be observing the gun going off and evaluating accuracy. The cool thing about that is it's not really a thought. It's a thing that is happening that you are aware of, but it's not really a thought, and that is awesome. That is the absolute ideal occupation for the conscious mind. There's nothing better. Truly calling your shots is like looking at a beautiful sunset, or anything else that's so beautiful that it renders you speechless for a short period of time. Okay? You're not really thinking. You're just taking it in. Make your own jokes. It creates that sort of slow motion visual thing that's present in our absolute best shooting. Calling your shots, the absolute best occupation for the conscious mind, the absolute best blend of speed and accuracy, and it allows you to evaluate and literally score the stage while you're shooting it. You IDPA shooters in Knoxville, Tennessee, when you learn to call zeros instead of looking for holes in the target, it's going to save you a significant amount of time. You do not have time. In most hit factors, in a 6 hit factor, you don't have time to see a delta or a 1 and decide to make it up. But you do have time to get it right the first time, and you do have time to send an instant makeup that'll be 0.40 or less. It can be down as low as 18. My fastest called makeup was an 18 on steel. And we have a trick that we're going to use to show you how to call your shots on steel pretty much immediately. Some people think it's brilliant. Some people think it's stupid. I think whether people think it's brilliant or stupid determines whether they are brilliant or stupid. We're going to show you what a miss looks like. We're going to show you what a hit looks like. Once you learn what a hit looks like when the gun goes off, once you learn what a miss looks like when the gun goes off, you won't need to listen for steel. You won't need to watch it fall. It'll be awesome. Number 7, self-image is a filter for subconscious skill at all times. It works short term, it works long time. And negative imprints, ironically, will deny access to training and skill. Well, I gotta be hard on myself. I gotta be self-critical. I'm not going to improve. Don't have time to unpack that entire statement, but if your opinion of your skill or your training process is low, that's the person that goes to the match. No matter what I do, I'm too slow. No matter what I do, I'm sloppy. That's the guy that goes to the match. Versus I'm learning, I'm improving, I'm getting better, my par times are dropping. That's the guy that goes to the match. Which one do you want to be? You want to be the guy that goes to the match, can't do anything, too slow, too sloppy? You want to be that guy? Or do you want to be the guy that's getting better? Do you want to be the gal that's getting it right? You want to be the gal that's improving or the gal that can't get it right? Because that's the gal that does the work. Or guy, it's up to you. Okay, number 8 was a related point. Training more and shooting worse is a vicious cycle that can only be broken by positive imprints. If you are training more and shooting worse, I know exactly why, and I know how to fix it. The problem is you're not going to like it. You are not going to like the fix. It's going to be counterintuitive. You're not going to like it. But all you have to do is look in the middle of the pack, the perennial middle of the pack at any national event, and you see negative imprints primarily during training and also negative imprints during the competition process. But it happens primarily in training. Too slow, too sloppy, can't do it, not very good at it. That's the guy that goes to the match. He expects those things to happen. He doesn't want them to happen, but he expects them to happen because of the imprints during training. Okay, let's see where we're at. Number 9. The conscious control of speed will always cause over-trying or under-trying. You will always be either too slow or too fast when you consciously control your speed. Now, you do need to consciously control your speed in training. You do need to do that, but you cannot do that in competition. If you are controlling or attacking or speeding up or slowing down or being more aggressive or less aggressive, you will never be going the right speed, and accuracy or speed will suffer. If you choose to go fast, accuracy will suffer. If you choose to go slow, speed will suffer. Well, no excrement, detective. Well, I mean, believe me now, believe me later, your best runs were not produced by the conscious control of speed. Your best runs have always been produced by shooting at the speed of sight without being worried about the results. That's the environment in which you shoot your best. But I'm the guy who can help you duplicate that. Reliably, predictably, shoot at the speed of sight, get the absolute best blend of speed and accuracy you're currently capable of. Because remember, in the beginning, accuracy is a skill. Later, accuracy becomes a decision. And if you're shooting IDPA and you're not deciding to shoot accurately without consciously slowing down, I can help you with that. I promise. Come see me in Knoxville or anywhere else. Number 12, the speed of sight is always the right speed when shooting for score. You can literally, when you learn to call your shots, you can literally have your cake and eat it too. That might be good clickbait. To think about that. I think when you call every shot with a subconscious stage plan, you can literally have your cake and eat it too. All right, folks, it's been my pleasure to bring this program to you today. This is one of those that I feel like I've done numerous times, but y'all keep asking, sing it again, Steve, sing it again. Well, I'll be happy to do it. I'll be happy to sing it for as long as you want to listen to it. Maybe you can feel the music pulling me wherever you are. to sing it once again, because that's pretty much who I am, and that's pretty much what I do. And if you don't dig it, you can go dig somewhere else. All right, so please, once again, go to andersonshooting.com. Check out upcoming classes, Knoxville, Tennessee IDPA event, mental management online in August. Numerous classes all across the country, some just me, some with my good buddy Joey Sauerland, who also can have his cake and eat it too. That guy ate 1.5 chocolate cakes during our time together in Virginia. Holy moly. But please go to andersonshooting.com, check out upcoming classes, and until we meet again on the range, on the phone, on the Zoom, or anywhere else we might bump into each other, be like me, do what I do, say it with me. 1, 2, 3, get to work.